basically your last 5 fights haven't happened. And I don't think people realize, and we were talking about, before he came in, I was breaking down Mitrione and Fedor, and, you know, Matt has had this happen. Well, Matt pulled out, and then he had a guy pull out on him. Yeah. I've had a guy pull out, not the day of the fight, but I have a guy pull, and it's so frustrating. Dude. Now, I said, let's wait to talk about all this when Ian gets in there, because 5 in a row, you're a vet now.
Yes, I have the worst luck in the world.
Because like sometimes, because I thought it was a joke. Rogan texts me, goes, Ian's out, and I put, ha, fuck off. He goes, for reals, man, he's out. I went, no, he's not. I don't see it on there. He goes, dude, I'm telling you, he had to pull out. I'm like, what the fuck is going, like, what is going on right now? Because it's 5 in a row.
Yeah, well, it started out with you know, Justin Scoggins being an idiot. He couldn't make the weight, and he just seemed a little off. So he's, you know, they sent him home. They sent him home early. And I said, okay, that's fine. Next fight.
Did you get paid that fight?
I got paid. I got paid my show, my win, and my Reebok money.
Damn, that's awesome.
So which was, you know how tight that is.
Yeah.
Then the next fight, I get out to Cleveland, and my agent and my coach wake me up at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I could tell they had a couple drinks in them. They went out to dinner, and I was like, "You fucking with me right now?" I'm like, "I can punch you. I'm gonna hit you if you're lying to me."
What, they woke up and were like, "Yo, man, fight's off."
Yeah.
This is Friday night.
Yeah. This was Thursday night.
Okay.
So then they're like, no. I'm like, okay, I want pizza and beer. So we got pizza and beer, and I'm like, you guys, I mean, as I'm eating and drinking, and I'm like,
can you imagine, like, just fucking with you? You guys can't wait tomorrow, man. Worst coaches ever. Why did he pull out?
He got sick. And this is from people in UFC said that they like walked into his hotel room, and the hotel room was just covered in throw up.
Damn.
And he was in the hospital for that whole night.
Did you get paid on that fight?
Yes, I got paid just my show money.
Okay.
'Cause I didn't have to make weight.
They were like, all right, bro, we can't keep paying you everything.
Okay. Well, then the next one, I get out to Ireland, and I'm feeling great. You know,
That's a short flight.
Yeah, that was easy. And my nutritionist, Eric, who is amazing at Nutrition for Life, he got out there a day and a half after me. Something got messed up with the flights, and he gets in town, you know, and I'm like, well, it's free breakfast. UFC always gives a free breakfast. So we go, we get the free breakfast. By the time I'm almost done eating, I go upstairs and start throwing up. And this was Wednesday morning. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'm just water loading too much, whatever it is. And then I just kept going upstairs throwing up all day, throwing up. Went to cut weight. I'm like, whatever, I'll make weight easier. I just fell apart. Ended up in the hospital the next day.
Food poisoning?
Yes, food poisoning. This was about an hour and a half before weigh-ins is when the doctors came and saw me, and they're like, no, you can't fight.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
So whatever happened with my system. Now, most people don't understand that for about a month to 6 weeks before that, I was in and out of the hospital with, they said vasovagal syncope. So where your esophagus flexes or, you know, seizes up, and I would pass out. I'd pass out, and then I would end up, which is cool when you're walking through your house, drinking water on your way to the gym, and just and wake up on the floor like, okay, I got to go to the gym, bye.
And what caused that?
From what my doctor said, my resting heart rate's already like 35,
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Lance for a reference for you. Yeah. Lance Armstrong was 38 when he competed in Tour de France.
And he was on a lot of drugs.
And he was on a boatload of shit. He's not.
Yes. So,
but your throat's closing up. So.
Yeah. So exactly. So then he
Point
said,
for Lance.
You win. And I guess my resting heart rate was already so low that when it would seize up, it would actually cut off the blood. So I would have a quick pass out situation. And then the throwing up, we couldn't figure out. So after I get home from Ireland, they do an endoscopy. Couldn't find anything. So then I'm like, okay, well, I can't afford you to stick a camera in my ass and whatever other stuff they want to do. So I'm like, okay. It kind of went away.
What do you mean you can't afford? Financially?
Financially, I wasn't going to pay thousands of dollars.
Is there no, but does the UFC, wouldn't the UFC insurance cover that?
At this time, they didn't, because it just didn't make sense. So then I go to, which I get, you know, I understand.
Yeah, because you're kind of looking for something. There's nothing certain.
Exactly. So I'm like, whatever. I'll go through training camp again. I feel fine. Neil has to pull out. So I'm like, whatever. I get to fight this new kid who's 12-0. Seems like a good prospect.
This is the fourth one.
This is the fifth one. So this is the fourth one was Neil pulling out again.
Gotcha.
And then the fifth fight was this kid. I get out there, and I've never had an easier weight cut in my life. I mean, everyone saw me. UFC, everyone, all the other fighters saw me. I was happy cutting weight. The night before weigh-ins, I drank 5 cups of ice water and had at least a full cup of almonds.
Damn.
So I felt great. Now, earlier that night when I had finished my weight cut, I had gotten within 0.8. So I'm like, cool, I get to eat a little salad
yeah.
and I get to have some liquids. Well, I threw the salad up. And I was like, okay, maybe it was just the dressing or whatever. So I ate the almonds, everything was fine. Got up in the morning, cut the weight. I mean, extremely easy. And then went to rehydrate, and my body would not hold down anything. I drank one of the Fight formulas, a water, and part of a coconut water, and then I took one little tip of a banana. And this is in front of everybody during the medicals and stuff. I started throwing up. Every time I would get in public, I'd throw up because I was just trying to eat and drink and be normal. So UFC ends up giving me 2 IV bags that day, the day, after weigh-ins, because my body wouldn't hold anything. Like, my body was not letting me hold anything.
So they'll allow the commission to give you IV bags at that kind of
yeah, and I already got in a little trouble
situation
for saying this, but it's part of the rules. It was totally legal. Jeff Nowitzki and Dr. Davidson are bedside.
The Golden Snitch was there with the IV
Yes,
bags?
yes. And I gotta say, I call that to his face.
I actually like the guy.
He's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I've no issues with him. I think it's a funny name, the Golden Snitch.
He is such a good dude, and he sat there by my bedside. I mean, I woke up with fucking him and Dr. Davidson sitting there talking about what are we gonna do.
Dr. Davidson might be the best human on planet Earth.
And they're great guys. So they gave me 2 IV bags. I woke up Friday or Saturday morning, getting ready for the fight, and I had only put on 5 pounds. I was 131, so my body had only ingested itself about a pound, maybe 1.5 pounds, because the 2 IV bags are 4 pounds total.
What is going on here?
So I'm trying to drink and eat throughout the day. I couldn't even eat dinner. And then I finally got within like 6 hours, I think. And I'm like, okay, like I need some Zofran and some more IV bags and I can fight. And they were like, no, dummy.
The commission was like, ain't happening.
Well, Jeff and Dr. D were like, no way.
Yeah, those guys would know.
You don't have anything in your system. You haven't ingested any food or nutrients in 48 hours.
Yeah,
so
you
no.
can't go out there.
And I really wanted to fight because I wanted to shut the kid up.
For sure.
But, it's... And plus I knew that no matter, even though the first 3 weren't my fault, the last 2 have been. So it's a buildup of people hating on me and getting pissed off, and I don't really care. I mean,
that shouldn't bother you. I mean, people, it's like something to jump on. Like, I want this. I want to go through an entire camp, fly down there, be sick for 3 days, barf in front of everyone, then have these guys sit at my bedside and then yank me from the fight. This is what I enjoy doing with my life.
And not making money.
So you didn't make money off that?
They paid me my show money.
But still, that's half
nothing.
your gig. That's nothing.
I should have made, and plus that card wasn't a good show. Again, I didn't watch it, but from what I heard, it was a bad show. It was boring.
208.
Yeah.
Tough card.
We would have gotten
good chance
to get a
fight bonus. 100%. 100% that night.
If I could have walked away with an extra, $50,000 on top of a winning purse, that's nice.
And your purse, and obviously this is public record. I'd never ask you something like that. Your purse is where right now?
16-16. My contract's from years ago.
I feel sick.
Yes.
The number 6 guy in the world. You've Dominic Cruz.
Yeah.
Demetrius Johnson twice. Lineker. I can go through your resume. That's insane, man.
I did just get an offer from Russia. I'm not saying I'll take it, but they offered me $100,000.
Look at me right now.
And I was like,
you take that fucking
and I was
Russian
like,
fight.
oh, my God,
you get your ass out there in the snow
Yeah.
and fucking fight these little Khabibs.
Exactly.
You do that, Ian.
I mean, it got brought up and I was like, oh, really?
Russia don't fuck around.
They don't. I mean, sure. And the Russians are mad at me right now because I don't like one of their agents. But besides that, I love Russians.
Hell yeah.
They're fucking hilarious.
Especially, they're
savages.
They're a crack up.